Okay, so we will be requiring to use this calculator, and you have to become proficient in using this calculator. So there are two modes of BA2 plus. Okay, one is this mode which you are seeing. This is a professional version. Okay, there is a however one version which is a student version also. Okay, so in this calculator, if you see, there are like lots of functions for you which will be new. Okay, so in fact, like today's session, we will be going through this function of the calculator. So this is your time value of money functions. So this covers the time value of money concepts. Okay, so we'll be using these functions, these buttons, to compute the time value of money calculations we'll be doing. So this is n over here will be the number of periods. Here this I by y is the interest rate, this is the present value, this is the payment, and FV is the future value. So for time value of money we have 5 functions, and we'll be using these 5 functions to solve the problems. Okay, now before covering this concept, okay, let us try to understand some of the important things in time value of money. So what do we mean by time value of money? Okay, so the time value of money, what we mean is that you will be able to compute the future value, you should be able to compute the present value given certain cash flows. Okay, and in time value of money, what is very important is understanding of the timeline. So you have something like you have to understand timeline. So this timeline is what we will be learning in today's class, and you should be become very thorough in analyzing any problem with respect to the timeline. Okay, so first of all, like I would like to ask you question whether you have an understanding of what is future value and what is present value. Present value is the money in present. So whatever money you have now, that is your present value, and future value will be the money which you will be getting in the future if you invest your money. Okay, so with regards to the timeline, we can see this scenario wherein let's say you are over here. Okay, so how do we draw the timeline is in this timeline we have to draw some time. So time t equal to 0 is the starting, time t equal to 1, t equal to 2, t equal to 3, t equal to 4. So like this way we will be going. So this is you are progressing with respect to time. Okay, and also you have to specify somewhere the dollar amount or the amount that you are investing. So let's say I invest $100. Okay, I have invested $100 over here. Okay, so presently I am investing $100. So $100 is the present value. This is the value at this stage today. Okay, now we will be using a sign convention. So there will be a sign convention we will be using, and this is what I follow. Any outflow, if money is going out from your side, outflow should be taken as negative. If money comes to you, that is inflow we take as positive. Okay, so here what is happening is I am investing the money, right? So money is going out from me, so I will say that it is minus 100. Okay, so this money I have invested, it is minus 100, and let's say I have invested for 4 years. Okay, so the money I will be getting after 4 years will be here, and this will be my future value. Okay, now over here what we have to do is, like, I know present value is known, future value is known. Okay, if you go back to your school days, like you would have got to know this formula, A equal to P into 1 plus R to the power n. This is the amount. Okay, so this is the principal, that is the amount you have invested. This is the amount that will become after n number of years. R is the interest rate, n is the number of years. Okay, the same way we can construct another formula. Okay, we can write FV will be equal to PV. FV is the future value, PV is the present value, into 1 plus I by Y to the power n. Okay, here we in CFA you will see that instead of R we use the word I by Y. I by Y is nothing but it is interest rate per period, and n is the number of periods. So here we have said that okay, n is the number of years and R is the rate per annum. Here I by Y is the interest rate per period and n is the number of years. Okay, now if you have invested for 4 years, okay, let's say the interest rate per annum was 10% per annum. Let's say we are investing at a rate of 10% per annum. I want to know how much the value will become. So you can compute future value. You have invested $100 into 1 plus 10% will be 10% to the power 4. So it will become 100 into 1.1 to the power 4. Okay. Now if I want to compute the same calculation using our financial calculator, okay, how we will be able to do? So this is our financial calculator. Okay, I want to do the same calculation. So first, like I am not using any time value of money calculations. I am just using the normal calculation. So which way I want to do? Okay, so first I want to take this 1.1 to the power 4. So you will see that there is a function called as y to the power x. So if you notice over here, you have a button y to the power x. This y to the power x, you will be able to use this button to find out to the power. Okay, so here what we are interested in finding out 1.1 to the power 4. So we'll do 1.1. Okay, then we'll make y to the power x 4 equal to. So 1.46 is the value of 1.1 to the power 4. Okay, now over here you are seeing only two values, 2 digit. Okay, you can change this format. You can have a structure wherein you can change it to more than 2 digits. So for that, what we have is, we have in your calculator a button decimal. Above decimal, if you see that format is written. Okay, so like your computer's shift key, same way what we have is above button, any functions we want to use we can use, but we have to apply this second button. Okay, so let's say I want to make this decimal from 2 to 4 decimal places. How I can do is, I can press this second. So once you press the second comes over here, then you press this decimal. So that means it is showing format. Now it is showing DEC. DEC means decimal, and it is showing 2. That means there is 2 decimal. Okay, let us make it 4. Okay, I will press 4 and it is asking me to enter. I will press enter. So what has happened now? You have got 4 decimal places. Okay, so you press C. Now your calculator has 4 decimal places. Now perform the same thing. 1 plus 1.1 y to the power x 4. Okay, see, you are getting values till 4 decimal places. Okay, now if you want to multiply with 100, so you will multiply with 100, and 146 is the future value. Okay, in examination I would say that you set your calculator to 4 decimal places. That is the best. Okay, in examination, since the multiple choice question will come, you don't have to worry. So institute prefers some problems you can have 2 decimal places, some problems you can have 4 decimal places. Okay, so this is the answer using this way. Okay, now I want to solve this problem using the time value of money function in the calculator. I want to solve using the time value of money. So what I can say is, present value I have is 100, right? So let's use this time value of money functions and solve the solve. So I have present value as 100. Okay, so what you do is, you press first 100 and then you go and press this PV. So I have pressed this 100. Now I'll press this PV. So in your calculator now PV is 100. But okay, so I had to take PV as negative 100, right? Because money is going out, so outflow is negative. I will take 100. For taking negative, you have this button plus minus. You will press this button minus. So see, this minus has come. If you again press this button, minus will go. So press this button minus, press this PV. So PV is minus 100. Okay. Now what is the value of n? Number of years is 4. So what I will do is, I will press 4 and number of years 4. So n will come as 4. You press 10. I by y is your 10. Okay. Now as of now I will ignore this PMT. PMT is what is the value that you will have to invest every year. As of now this is 0. Okay, we'll use it, but as of now we are ignoring. PMT is 0. What you do is, you compute future value. So because future value is what you have to find out, so there is a button which is called as CPT. So if you see this is a button CPT. CPT means compute. So before performing calculations, you have to press this button CPT. So after pressing CPT, if you press this FV, this will get computed. If you want to compute any other things, you have to press CPT and then press that particular button. Here we have inputted all those values, so only thing is CPT is I have to I have pressed CPT, I will compute FV. So you are getting the same answer, 146.41. Okay, so this is the single cash flow. For a single cash flow, you are computing the future value. Okay, now if you see there is a button, if you see over here there is a button called as recall button. Okay, so you are able to see here there is a button which is recall button. Okay, if I press this recall button and I press any of these buttons, okay, I will get the value which is stored there. So if I press recall and I press PV, I should get -100. Let's see, press recall, press PV, you are getting, it is recalling that number. Press recall, press N, recall I by Y, recall PMT, nothing was stored, recall FB. Okay, now that means you have done some calculation and it is stored there. Okay, now if you want to do another calculation, what will happen is if you forget some value to put, okay, your calculator will use the value from the previous calculation. Okay, so it is a very good advice that you remove whatever was done earlier. You clear all your work that was done earlier. So if you see there is a button, okay, above FV you are seeing that CLR TVM is given. Okay, so it means clear your time value of money. Okay, so what I have to do is if I have to clear the time value of money, so see this, it is coming above FV, so it is a shift, right? So it is coming, so I have to press this second button and I have to press this FV button to clear that work. So what I will do is, okay, I have to clear this, I will press this button second and I will press this FV. It has ensured that all the values that was there is cleared. So now let's see, we press recall PV, no, there is nothing. So this clear TVM will ensure that everything is made to 0. Okay, now let's proceed with the calculation. So again what we have is 100 is the present value, negative 100, so 100 negative present value, right? N is 4, I by Y is 10, PMT is 0. Press this compute, press this future value, you will get the answer. Okay, so 146.41 is the answer.